What's going on, Tottenham community? My name is Leo Coys. I'm part of Colorado Spurs, and I'm a diehard Tottenham Hotspur fan. And I'm joined by my homie, the one and only. If you haven't caught him on Parker's Pitch, you could catch him right here live in the flesh on the only Tottenham podcast that's 5,280 feet above sea level. Welcome to episode number 23. Kane's goal gives us 3 points at Craven Cottage. Welcome to my Hotspur Parker. What's going on, my homie?
What's going on, Leo? I'm doing good, man. Finally, we have a game where we can actually praise some of our players. Like Royale did really good, and clean sheet for Hugo, no mistakes.
Yeah. Well, there might have been some mistakes. I don't know, but at least one didn't lead to goal, which is surprisingly. So yeah.
Yeah, give him a clap. He deserves it. I mean, maybe not
Yeah.
deserves the clap, but it's about time we got a clean sheet. It's been a while, so yeah, Royale actually surprised me. He was pretty good. I don't know. What do you?
What surprised you about Royale?
I don't know, man. He was on top of it. I feel like defensively, still a little shaky, but I don't know. Ever since that City game where he scored, I just think he's doing better.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, obviously, I don't want him, long term, and just because he has a couple good games in a row, doesn't mean a whole lot really. Considering the whole season and what we've seen from him. So I mean, I'm just I don't know. It's just something. It's different. It's finally we can actually give him some praise. Um, and yeah, hopefully we can get him replaced with Poro. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. That's interesting you say that about Poro because that is something that we were going to talk about. I mean, I was going to bring it up later, but now that you touched on it, is he or is he a? Will he or won't he? Like, what do you think is going on with that, bro? You think he's going to get signed, or I mean, they're saying it's just like a matter of like some minor numbers or something like that, but
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it has to go. It has to happen, right? I mean, we had Trossard fall through the cracks. And it just, man, I feel like we've been working on this transfer for way too long. It's like if we don't get Pedro Porro, it would just be, God, it'd be such a disappointment. And
but
yeah,
we go the whole window trying to haggle that price down.
pretty much all month.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and then to just end up paying it at the last minute,
a
he's
waste
missed
of
games
time.
against City, he missed games against Fulham, he missed the North London Derby. He could have played in some of those games probably, if not been ready at least for this game coming up and the next ones in the near future. So yeah, bro, that's it's not disheartening. It's just like it's frustrating to say the least for sure because we want to get that signing through the door. And like we said, just after all month long going back and forth, um, yeah, it's it's definitely discouraging, but let's hope for the best. Do you think Pedro Porro really will add a lot to um defensively or more offensively?
I think it'll be more offensively. I think it's really like that missing link that we really need. Because right now Harry Kane is kind of like carrying our squad. If we didn't have Harry
Yeah.
Kane, who knows where we'd be right now. So yeah, we need that winger or that wing back just because this is what Conte wants to do. And so far, I mean, he's going to be here for another 6 months, right? So if we can get even a loan deal just so we can, because that fits his style of play. So we just need a wing back that can actually do their job. And I know, like I said, Royale has done okay the last couple games, but it's just obviously not enough still.
Yeah, it's
Um,
just stale already. Royale and Doherty are they're just stale, bro. They're overdue. Like
they're
they're expired. We need to freshen that up.
yeah, they're like
Um,
yeah.
yeah. Let me go through some comments, bro, just before we continue. Just say what's up to everybody first. I'd like to just remind everybody that they could follow us on our social media. I'm starting to post a little bit more on the Mile High Hotspur Instagram. Make sure you guys follow us on there. And also, too, if you guys would like to follow us on Twitter at the Mile High Hotspur, For sure, definitely don't forget that we have a Patreon page that you guys are more than welcome to join. There's three different tiers there. Um, and just a quick reminder, this is Denver's very own Tottenham Hotspur podcast, Maha Hotspur with Leo Coys and Parker Coys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Um, yeah, real quick, go through these comments. We have a couple of them. Bobby K does his little bam. What's up, Bobby K? How's everything going, brother? Hopefully we see you soon. Um, Jacob, big up Mahai Hotspur, big up to you. Um, we want leave you out. Say we want leave you out. How you feel about that one, Parker?
Oh yeah, 100%, man, 100%. I'm not buying
He
a
says,
damn thing from the Spurs official shop until they sell the club.
he said, "Are you sure about that, Brian Daigle?"
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh,
Oh,
what's up, Callum? Bam, what's up, my homie Callum? Hope you're doing
what's up,
good,
Cal?
brother." He says, "You too.
Had
What's
a
up, you
busy ass day
two?"
as well.
Yeah, yeah, we're winding down towards that weekend, so we got to tie up them loose ends and shit. Come tomorrow, Friday. You know what I mean? So
Oh man,
we want leave you out. Say we want leave you out seems to be the general consensus there. And Daigle just responds to Jacob saying, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." Big up to Daigle, and then Daigle says, "Big up everybody and good night. It's just gone 1 a.m. in London, and time for me to go to sleep." Well. Yeah, thank you. Hopefully you have some good dreams, homie. We won't leave you out. So back to what we were talking about, bro, about just our whole situation with our wing backs and with Pedro Porro seems to be dragging out. Hopefully I've seen some sort of reports kind of whispering that, there's other clubs that are potentially rumored to be interested in him. And I also have seen that the chairman or someone in the board or higher up there at Sporting kind of has not blocked the move, but has kind of delayed it so that he could be part of their cup final game this weekend. Have you
oh
heard anything like that?
no, but it makes sense. I mean, that's
Yeah, they have a cup final this weekend, and
they want Poro for it.
rumor has it that they want Poro to
Cup
to be
final
a
and
part of that. Yeah, well, I mean, there was, a couple like two weeks ago, Barca won the Spanish Super Cup. The Copa del Rey is coming down to like the semifinals. Um, let's see, with
Bilbao made it through today. I saw that game.
yeah, yeah, and like the Carabao Cup's coming down to it's already at the semifinals. So like, yeah,
Yeah, it must be one
there's
of yeah.
domestic
Okay.
cups domestic cups, and especially in those bigger, I mean, those other leagues, in other parts of Europe where they have like 18 clubs, some even have
Oh,
like 12 top flight clubs. So kind of narrows it down there, the competition. So
got it.
yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what cup it is, but they're definitely in a cup final, and they're gonna want their best players to play that match. And so,
Yeah,
pretty sure Pedro Porro, still on the payroll, still one of their players. So if they can have him, they probably want him. So watch this space for sure. We definitely want to see what happens. Real quick here, this little comment from Kellum said that would be Porro's last final for a while. Yeah,
why?
he might,
Why?
huh? Because he's coming to Tottenham. Fool.
Oh, I don't know why. When I
That's
when
a
I
good
read
one, though.
Poro, I don't know why. Never mind.
That was a good one. That was good for
Yeah,
last.
hilarious.
Yeah, so,
Let's talk about our cup, not final, but our cup game this weekend.
ooh, yes,
Preston
we do have a
North
bro. That
Let's
could that.
fucking go.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game, but I'm pretty sure just as pumped up as we are for that game, 'cause you can only imagine the Preston fans, and the Preston team going up against the Premier League club. They're gonna fight us, bro. Yeah, there's
They
not
got
gonna be an
nothing to
easy
lose.
game. Yeah,
Nothing to
it's not
lose.
gonna be an easy game.
Yeah. I'm
Dude,
expecting a beat down though. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure Conte's probably gonna play, like Brian Hill. Spence will probably be on the bench. He won't even start, unfortunately, as much as we want him to. But it's like we
yeah.
gotta play, probably some younger guys. Maybe Tanganga get a start. What do you think?
Um, I doubt it. I think Conte is gonna put up a nice
think we're gonna go all out.
stubborn lineup. I mean, bro, at this point, we kind of like, I don't think we have any wiggle room to try and experiment with our team. I
Yeah,
think he
because
needs
the
to
FA
put
Cup,
out,
you really don't, and he doesn't like to experiment either.
yeah, he
Let's
needs
remember
to,
that. And
he, he's probably just going to put out a team that, typical Conte answer is a team that he trusts. So, I don't know.
yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I would want some other players to get some time in, some minutes in, like Spence.
Yeah,
It's not
that
gonna
would be
happen.
dope,
I'm not
dude.
gonna get my hopes up, but
That would be fucking dope to see Spence play. I'm not gonna front. I would definitely like to see him play.
yeah.
I'm sure
Since
everybody else would
Preston,
too. Yeah.
give our guys a
Yeah, like
rest a little
I,
bit.
I
When's our
think
next game after this Saturday?
it's not for a while. We play against
Oh,
City,
really?
so we kind of got to hit the ball. We gotta kind of have to hit the
What
the
is it? A
floor
week?
runner.
2 weeks? What is it?
I think it's about a week and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, homie, are you ready to go so I can bring you on? We have another homie in the background. Unofficial third member of our Mile High Hotspur since he's probably the guy that's been on our stream the
Yeah.
most. He's getting some frequent flyer miles, and I appreciate that. So, and he gets one of these intros
From
too.
Toronto to Denver, mile high.
Yeah, give me 1 second there. You get the intro, bro. Ah, look at that man.
What's happening, fellas?
How you
What's going
doing,
on,
homie?
Bobby?
I'm well. I'm always better when I see you guys. Been a while, boys. How you doing?
Thank you.
Everything good down there?
Yeah,
How's
you're looking
everything
good with the
down
hat
south? Because
on.
we got friggin' snow
Like the
like
cap.
crazy up here.
Oh,
It's
bro,
what?
it's
Hey,
feeling
Leo.
good.
What's up?
Photo bomber in the
Hello,
house.
Come on, you Spurs.
I
Here, let
liked
me
watching
click
your
this
guys'
so you can
video,
actually
bro.
even hear them. There you go.
What's up, guys?
Really?
How you doing, buddy?
Today? Yo.
It's going, man. It's been an adult
Hey,
day,
fuck
man. Having
that
to
video or
adult.
something that I don't know about? Yo.
Like, where did that come from?
For you.
Wait, is that a Tottenham
Bye-bye.
flat cap?
Bye-bye.
Or do you
Yeah.
just got a pin on there?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Is that a Tottenham flat cap, or do you just got like a
yeah,
pin?
yeah. I picked it up at the club, the store when we were just there.
You
Oh,
know what
wow.
else you kind of picked up? Did you pick up a UK tan or something? You look a little tanner.
No, this. What are you talking about? In UK, you go there to fade.
I'm just joking, bro.
I might have picked up some UK, a little bit of extra chub though, a few
Oh, yeah.
ciders on days that I don't normally
Fish and
have them and
chips.
stuff. Right, lots of fish and chips, lots of. I actually, man, I can't complain. We ate well this trip, man. We got together with quite a few of the guys for dinners and stuff, and met so many people in the community. Boys, I'm telling you, you got to get your asses over there one day because the way
Oh, yeah.
the people in this community, man, the way they take care of each other, I was cloud nine is an understatement, man. Honestly, boys, it was a trip and a half, and it was really, really good to meet a lot of these people face to face, and like hopefully I get to with you boys one day. You know, like I told Leo already, Parker. You know, me and my buddies, my best friend's twin brother, they're twins, and he's a Colorado Avalanche fan, so we're gonna make our way that way one day for a game. And they went skiing down there as well, right? So
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah, so
That's huge.
one day,
Everyone
now
needs
that I
to
have a
go, bro.
reason to tag along with them, I will, and then I'll come bug you boys for a few days
Wow,
while they go and
anytime.
ski because I'm not about to kill myself down a mountain.
You know,
Yeah,
I'd never
well-
gone skiing out here yet, or snowboarding yet.
Because it's you know what? That's the normal though. You don't do the things that are available to you right there, right? It's like everybody always comes here and they're like, "Oh, we should
That's
see." I've
true.
seen more of Toronto and Ontario, the province that I'm in, because of guests, visitors coming in from other places.
Yeah.
Then
Oh.
I would, on my own say, "Oh, we should go do this, or we should go see this, or something." My wife's good like that. Like she'll find little things that I'm like, "Oh shit, I've lived here my entire life. I didn't know this was here, man." So
Did
You
you?
know what?
Oh, go ahead.
You know what's funny that you actually say that because I don't mean to like toot my own horn, but I like to go snowboarding, right? I've done it since I was a kid, and the times when it's freaking expensive, Bobby K. Unless
Yeah.
unless you have a
even for
nice
you out
connect.
there,
Oh, bro, yes.
Oh,
I don't have a season pass. You know, like my younger brother has a season pass, and they come with like
Yeah,
buddy
yeah,
passes, which will give you like more than half off of a ticket. And even then, bro, like if you're adulting and you're supporting a family and you have bills to pay, like even a half price, bro, it's expensive because you got to worry about like food, travel,
gear.
ticket. If you don't have the gear you're renting, it's an expensive hobby for
I
sure.
honestly
And
thought where you are, you have a lot of like just hills that you can go out on your own.
there is. There is. You're right. There is. But they're not as fun as bombing like a whole slope. You know
Oh,
what
of
I mean?
course. Yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah. Especially if you
and
know how
so,
to do it. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you want to
So,
come down that mountain. Like one of the
oh, yeah,
boys,
bro. And,
they
and I'm
slapped
the
on
type
one
of
of
guy that I'll
those.
just bomb it. Yeah.
Well, that's what their older brother does. He slaps on the GoPro thing, and it was like a 3 minute
Smashes.
video of him going. It was like
Oh, yeah. From top to
13,000 feet
bottom.
down. It was like,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
it's sped up, of course, and like I remember him trying to tell me about it. He goes, they do about half the mountain, then they stop.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
like
Then
a
you move
rest
over
area
and get
kind
a,
of thing. They'll
yeah.
go get a drink, something like that, chill out, take the skis off for a bit, and then come back and then go do the base and do all the way to the
Mhm.
bottom, and then make the trek all the way up to the top and stuff. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
it's
But you do run into a lot of people that know the mountain way better than me, us being natives.
yeah.
And some live in Europe, some live in other states, other places, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this lift over here," and I'm just like, "Dude, you know this mountain better than I do." You know what I mean? And those are people that that frequent a lot more than the people that live here. But look, bro, not to take too much of your time about your trip. I mean, I would definitely love to hear a little bit about how was I seen your guys' stadium tour? So thanks for posting that. That was lovely.
Cheers, man.
Um, as a dad being able to take your kids to see something like that, how was it to see the emotion in your boys, especially when they were up in the stands just come on you Spurs, and you're like, yo, you can hear
Oh
your
yeah,
grandpa.
you're gonna see those videos. That's all coming up. That's all
Did you
gonna
go
be
to the
put
North
together
London
as well.
Derby?
We went to the North
Yeah,
London Derby, buddy. Yeah, man.
Damn.
And it was right on his birthday as well, the
yeah,
day of his birthday. And
Whose birthday?
I don't know, my little K's Christian.
Oh, okay.
So it was
Christian,
his
yeah,
12th
King.
birthday, and I don't know if you guys know Patty Hartnett in the chats and stuff like that. Patty
yeah,
is the one that sorted out the tickets from over there, and he I don't know how he did it, man, but that guy can pull a rabbit out of an ass. Forget a hat. But he got Christian into the game day program as well. So he
yeah.
got a picture of him posted with a message wishing him a happy birthday in the actual game day program. So
Wow.
that was just phenomenal. And then Paul Coit at halftime, the halftime announcer, shouted him out and wished him a happy birthday on the big jumbotron kind of thing. So it was just the whole experience overall was over the moon. But to answer Leo's question there, how did it feel to see my kids and their reaction? This is going to be probably the biggest bastard answer you've ever heard out of me, considering I absolutely adore my kids. But I don't give a shit what their reaction was, because I'm telling you right now, my reaction was when I walked through that tunnel and I saw that pitch finally, my jaw dropped, bro. And I
Yeah.
looked around that stadium, and we're up on that third deck almost, and I'm looking around that stadium and the people, that many people, and just the noise in that place and the vibe and everything. Like, I've never been to a game, so it was a first experience for
You're
all
making me
three of
so
us
jealous.
together. Sorry, Parker. Okay,
Just feel I want to cry.
Jacob's
Like,
already on the first. Jacob's first on the list for Americans to get adopted. So, you're gonna have to get in line, man. Jacob's already been busting my balls. So, it's gonna be funny walking around having a big fellow like that calling me dad in public. But it was honestly, Parker. I did this because it was for selfish reasons.
Okay.
I used his birthday as an excuse, and coming through into this community and meeting all these people as you guys have, it opens up new avenues to you, and it's like, oh my god, I'd love to go and do this or see a game. And then people started pointing me in the right direction, and then when the season started and the schedule came out, I talked to my wife about it, and I said I really want to. And she's great, bless her. She was like, do it, go, you and the boys go. And she went earlier in the year to go see her nephew, and I was like, you do your trip, and then me and the boys will go do our trip, kind of thing, because we're not visiting people, and you're going to want to visit
Yeah.
people. I'm not visiting people. I'm meeting my virtual family and literally doing only Tottenham stuff, which is what we got to do, and it was absolutely phenomenal, man. It was just an amazing experience. The stadium itself is just a piece of work, man. It is amazing. It
State of the
really is.
art.
And if you do the tour, make sure you do the last tour, which is at 3:30 p.m. on the day, and you do it during the week, because we had like 10 people in our tour group, and I don't know if you noticed in a lot of our videos, we're alone. So we let
Mhm.
them go ahead, and we just kind of stayed back like 3 or 4 minutes so everybody else can kind of kept going. And we just had the whole place, every dressing room to ourselves, the dining room to ourselves, and even when we went out on the pitch and everything, we had it to ourselves, except for just the tour guides there, right?
Wow.
And it
Yeah.
was awesome, man.
It's
Can't imagine.
the video is dope, dude. So I definitely
I'll have
enjoyed
to check that
watching it.
video out.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't seen
it's a short one, Parker. It's just a 10-minute thing. Bob Spur put it together for me. I sent him all the
Okay.
videos of that day and the pictures of the day, and asked him if he could do something, because I can do this stuff now, but I'm so shit at it, and it comes out so amateur hour. And it's like, I wanted that one video at least of just the day to really kind of have a little oomph to it, kind of thing. And Bob, bless him, he was kind enough to put it all together for me, and it was just,
That's bad. That's badass,
it
man.
is badass, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, boys, you're young boys. You
I had
honestly,
time, yeah.
Parker, what are you, 23, 24? What are you?
No, I'm almost 30. I turned 30 in like a month.
Ooh,
I look like a baby.
My God, you
Oh,
old man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
Holy
No, I
shit.
know, but I got
Turning
time.
47 next month. I got shoes older than you, man.
It's funny.
No, but seriously, like stepping out on that pitch, I can't even imagine. Like just looking up at the stands and just feeling like the grass beneath your feet. Like just this is what I watch every week. Like
And that's
it's-
the
I
thing,
would-
Parker. It's funny you say that, because that's all I was thinking. I'm standing there and I'm looking up, and I was like, holy shit. Wow, this is what these guys come out to, and this is what inspires you and pushes you to go on to greatness. And it was it was a double-edged sword at the same time, because I'm standing there on that pitch looking up, and we did the tour on the following Thursday after the game was
After
on
that.
Sunday, right? So I'm standing there looking up, and I'm like, you pricks, there's this many people cheering you on, and you lost to those assholes. You bastards! You screwed up my son's birthday. But honestly, as pathetic as this is going to sound, the result didn't even bother me, because it was just such an amazing experience and an amazing day. I just would have liked to seen one goal, just to hear that roar through the
Bobby,
stadium.
and I hope you don't mind me sharing this, bro. I know you posted it's something in the group chat, and you mentioned how your son looked up at you and said, "I don't care that we lost. Like this was this basically, for lack of better words, this was fucking awesome. Thank you, Dad."
Yeah.
So big up to you, Bobby. You get brownie points for that at least, bro.
Oh, cheers, man. No, it was awesome. Like I said, I looked and I was pissed off at the result to play. What really bothered me was actually seeing it up front and that close, and seeing the lack of energy, lack of intensity, and just almost lack of desire. That really pissed me off. And then I kid you not, man, I think little man was picking up on the vibe the dad's putting out, and he was just like, "That, just chill, dude. Like, this is the best birthday ever." And he just gave me a hug, and I was like, "You're right. This is the greatest birthday ever, man." I mean, yeah, it was greatest birthday for you. Yeah, it's all about you, son.
Yeah.
So no, but like I was saying at the beginning, Parker, I needed a reason to get over to a game. This game fell on his birthday weekend, the North London Derby. It was
perfect.
meant to be, bro.
Wow.
So wheels got put in motion, and I booked my tickets like last August, because I was like, I'm going. I don't care.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
You start throwing away $100 a month right now. Just slowly slide it away, bro. You'll be able to hit a game next year. You watch.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
You got to do these things in life, man. You got to.
Yeah,
I'm slowly working my way doing that. I had to get my passport, which I finally did this last year. And I definitely will be out there for sure. Parker, it's on you whether you go, you know what I mean? But
I'm on a 3-year plan next, boys. So I'll be trying to get back after
3 years
before the World Cup starts here, or right after it.
Well, I also heard a rumor that the Spurs might be doing a U.S. tour this summer. Like a
They do that so
preseason.
far though, bro. They do it like down in like California and shit. That's
I was like, are they coming to Denver?
Why? But it's closer for me than it is to go to London. I watched the Spurs play twice.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean? I've watched them play twice here. The first time I seen them was in 2015. 17, I believe, or 15 here in Denver. They came to Denver to play against the MLS All Stars, which I had just got back from Mexico. I was in Mexico for like 2 years, and I see this like big old advertisement on the train that we have here, and I'm like, holy shit! My fucking team's coming here to play against the MLS All Stars. So I got tickets right
Yeah.
away. I was literally like right on the corner with all this, like on the pitch on the corner with all the supporters. And that's actually when Colorado Spurs was founded. Was they put all that together?
Okay.
They helped put all that together, and they got founded, and then they made that happen. And then the second time I seen him play was in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl. I took my little girl Leah. She was freaking a little baby. And when I met Ledley King, I
Oh
just
yeah.
threw my dog,
Oh,
bro, so that I could hug Ledley King. I'm like
yeah.
Bobby Taylor, like, get the hell off of me. Come over here.
Yeah, I
Pretty much.
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, kids, daddy loves you. Ugh.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. It's Ledley King.
Somebody
Yeah,
filmed you
exactly.
doing that, right? There's like a
Yeah,
video
yeah,
of
there's
you.
video of me doing that. Yeah, yeah, it's on
Yeah,
my
that was the
Instagram.
one
So.
thing we missed out on. Patty had set up this. We got early access into the stadium where the legends were walking around, and we missed Ozzy, Graham Roberts, and Mickey Hazard by a whisker. Man, we were just the kids
Yeah.
spent too much time down in the Spurs shop, and I was like, shit.
Fair play to them, man. That's all good. That's what it's
But no,
about.
we went in early and we thought, okay, I just told them make your shopping list of what you're going to buy because we'll buy it after the game. We're not going to carry this stuff around. So we literally wasted an hour. We're like, oh, okay, it's time to go up to the event now. And then as we're walking out, one of the guys that I chatted to in the store, and real cool young guy, Desmond was his name. And Desmond goes to me, he's like, oh, man, bro, you came all the way from Canada. You're not buying anything. And I'm like, no, we made our list of what we're going to get, but we're going to come back after the game and get it. And he's like, no, you're not. What do you mean? He goes, we closed the shop at kickoff.
Oh, shit.
I was like, are you shitting me? So now they just had wasted like an hour. All Jay did is walk around taking pictures of all the stuff they were going to buy. He made his shopping list on the phone. And then we're like, son of a bitch. We have to go back right now and get everything. And by the time we did that and got upstairs, we just missed them. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, homie. For real.
Sure,
I
man,
felt like
It's
I went
amazing.
on that when I went on that trip with you guys, just talking about that shit. So big up, bro.
Yeah, I was just
big up to
daydreaming
you.
there for a minute.
Wait till you see the birthday, bro. I'm telling you, man, that the pictures of all the YouTubers we met and everything, and oh man, and if you all know Ben Kaufman, right?
Yeah.
The coffee company. So Ben, the day of his birthday, that day. So the kickoff was 4:30 p.m. their time there. So Ben had a private party, little birthday cake cutting party at his shop for little K, and it's like I was like 14, 18 of the YouTubers showed up there.
Dope.
Cut cake and everything. Like people drove like 2 hours, hour or this and that, 6 hours before kickoff just to come see us and cut a cake for this little man. And it was, tell you, man, just we're blessed to be a part of this awesome community, man. There's some really, really good people in this community, man.
I'm actually surprised. I would have thought that like you had already met. I mean, the way you get along with a lot of these people and the way you guys like, vibe. Like you and Kuv, I know that you guys.
That's my darling now, man. Come on now, me and Kuv, that's something special, man.
No, but I'm saying like I thought you guys had met before. So like just now hearing that like this is actually your first time meeting a lot of these dudes, I'm surprised. I figured like the way you get along with them and the way you guys' relationship is, I would have thought that like you guys have been friends for before.
Brian Daigle, my man. Brian Daigle's been my friend 4 going on 5 years now. With him and I met through Toronto Spurs at a game and instantly hit it off, man. Him and the boys got along in like 10 seconds and we sat down at his table with him and he's cussing through the game and the kids are like, Dad, he keeps saying the F word. And I'm like, yeah, that's your Uncle F, man. That's it. That's stuck. So it's friggin' hilarious, man. And yeah,
that's funny you say that, bro.
He brought me in here and it's because we all share a bond. We have a common bond, right? Spurs.
Yeah.
Right? Like I said, misery loves company. And let's face it, that's where we're at, right?
Yeah.
So
there's always people at the pub that like take their kids and shit, and then like we'll start chanting and screaming and saying like bad words, and then like some people are like, hey, like there's a time and a place. I'm like, motherfucker, this is the time and the place. You know what I mean? Like, don't bring your kid
that
unless
video.
you know
Remember that video?
Not during a football game.
Yeah,
What's
they're
up,
gonna hear
Parker?
shit that you don't want them to hear.
Lee, remember that video of the little kid flipping off Manchester? Was it Manchester United when they got a goal? He was like at the corner.
No, he was with his dad. He was with his
Yeah.
dad, dude. And like the dad's just watching the game, and the little kid's going like this to the thing.
That's right.
Nice.
Right, it's some little kid, and it just says like Sunday out with your dad and shit. And the dad's like paying him no attention, and the kid's like,
Nice.
"Ah."
Raised him
I
well.
love it.
Raised him well.
That's what it's about, bro. I'm gonna go through some of these comments. We got a couple of them piling up, so let me just go here and let me go through some of them. Where did we leave off at? Um, Scott M, what's up to you, my homie? Big up to you,
Big up,
bro.
Scotty. Captain
Says, good
Positive
evening, guys. I
here.
hope you are both doing well. Nice to be able to talk about a win, even though it was a bit of a snooze fest. I literally almost fell asleep, and I think I told Parker that during the game, right? I'm like, dude, I'm falling asleep.
I think I did.
If we go two up in first half, they could do a Man City. So this is when Callum, we were talking about the Preston game. You know, he said if we go up 2-0, man, there's always a chance that they could do a Man City on us. So Nightbot, that motherfucker, I swear. In the UK, you would never get a 10. That's funny. Let's see here. Leo, can you explain why our stadium is in an ocean and storm at the same time? I wish I could, bro. Bobby, you can you have it? I mean, why is our stadium in an ocean and a storm at the same time?
Dave, I'll put it this: is this the Dave that the Colorado Spurs that's been on your show?
No, this is our homie. He's our
His
supporter of the
dad's
pod.
account, yeah.
His name's Kellum, but he uses his dad's account probably to
Okay,
spam
gotcha.
all
Okay,
the
okay.
channels.
Right. No, well, Dave. I don't know how long, and he's a Spurs supporter, though. I'm assuming, or
Yeah, he lives in Wellingtonboro or something like that. Yeah, he lives up
Wellingborough.
East
Okay,
Coast.
I have no idea
Yeah,
where that is, but okay.
it's right up the road.
Well, if he's been a fan long enough, then he should know that being a Spurs fan is like being in an ocean and a storm at the same time, right? So the chaos that surrounds us
Yeah.
is forever making you wonder if the storm will ever calm. I've been a fan 30, it's gonna be 31 years this year, and I'm
Yeah.
still waiting for that storm to calm and the ocean waters to smooth out. So that picture for everything that's happening in the club right now, with the chaos that we're surrounded with and the fan base that's torn and the anger and this the board and this and that and everything, that's the most appropriate picture to be using right now.
Yeah. I slept and woke up with Jacob is still about a night ball. I'm assuming that has to do with his show last night. I didn't watch all of it, so I wouldn't know. Big up to you, Elias. Elias, where can we find the video?
Oh, is he
So
talking
go
about the
to
stadium one? Oh, there you go.
yeah,
There's
so
your
go
answer, bro.
go to,
Yeah.
yeah, go to Three Spurs Boys. And dude, if I may, just go ahead and shout your channel out. You guys are almost there, Bobby K. You
Yeah,
guys
we're
are a
like
few away.
I think like 6 or 7 away from 600 now. Amazingly, where 600 of you have come to follow us from, I have absolutely no idea. I know, 22 of them are my mom's accounts.
Yeah,
God,
so
God bless
tell them
moms, right?
go
No,
over to the
it's
Three
been
Spurs Boys.
awesome,
Tell them,
bro. Appreciate it. Yeah,
yeah.
I could here
Let me
actually.
share with you the link.
Oh, I was gonna say I can get the link for the show. Could I?
Of course you can,
Post
bro.
it?
Put it on the private channel. I'll put it up there for you. Or if you want to put it in the
Am
comments,
I
however you
am
want
I
to do
not
that.
a mod on your channel? No.
Dude,
Am I?
I don't know how to do that. You should be though.
You don't know how to do that. Okay, so right now you go over to on the YouTube side, not just from your
Uh-huh.
StreamYard, open the YouTube too, right? Make sure you're
Uh-huh.
logged into your account,
Which I am.
and then go to somebody's name, and you'll see the 3 buttons on the side there, right? You can click on
Wait,
that,
underneath
and
the
it'll
actual
say,
stream. So I got to open up the stream, right?
yeah, you open the live stream that you're in right now, and then
Okay.
it'll give you the option. You have the 3 buttons. You click on the person's name beside it, and it should give you the option to make a mod, block, report, this, that, all that stuff.
Yeah. I see that. Okay. All right, yeah, let me go ahead and do that for you,
You
bro.
just click on somebody's name, whoever you want to be a mod, and then that's it. They're a mod, and then I just sent you the link in the private chat, like you said.
Okay, well there you go, bro. You are officially a mod. I've been
So
wondering how
now
to
we
do
can
that, and
test it. Oh yeah, yeah, you have. See, it says now you're a moderator for this channel. Blah blah blah. Okay, so now I can basically post it
so
myself, and it'll show up now. Because the first
cool
time I posted it, it didn't pop up in your comments.
as a link.
Because
Okay,
because nobody else can post
it'll
the link.
spam. Yeah,
Regular people can't just come in. Like it's like if you tried to go on, some of the bigger shows, like what Expressions, We Are Tottenham TV. Like you can't go in with Ben and Sim and then just drop your channel and say, "Oh, come to my show, come to my show, come to my." Right? It doesn't let you do that, right? So you have to
right,
be a
right.
mod to do it, right? So
Got it.
what's Tyler saying?
Tyler says I
Orlando.
went to Orlando and they played Atletico Madrid. Got a picture with Trippier because I was wearing
Oh
his first
wow,
kit. Nice.
that's sick. That's awesome.
I miss Trippier, man. He would be a good
Oh yeah. Well,
good
let's see if
player.
this Burrow deal goes through, and even that, people are on the fence about that one. You got some people saying he's overrated. He's not going to be an upgrade, and some are just like, yeah, he's going to be a massive
And
upgrade.
I
We'll
think
see what
I
Conte
think
can do with him.
I think a lot of that, honestly, in my
Oh, nice
opinion,
one,
is
Dave.
bullshit, Bobby K. We need to just let these guys put the shirt on and fucking play before we can criticize them. And
100%.
you kind of bring up a perfect like segue into this topic about Arnold Danjuma. Like there's so many people that are just like so against. I don't even
Yeah.
know if they're against the signing, but they're definitely not for the signing. And it's like, dude, like, how can he not come into our squad and help us out? How can he not perform more than some of our players are performing right now? You know what I mean? He's got good stats. I mean,
We needed
he doesn't have
something.
world
I'm
class
just
stats.
happy we got something.
Of course,
Yeah, like it's
of
just
course.
looking at our squad last game. I think we just had one attacking person on our bench. It was for Charleston. It's like we need more options. And I know Lucas is kind of just out of not
Lucas
even
is
a
just
question.
he's just taking
Hurt,
up a
man.
shirt
I
number
think
right
he's
now,
done.
bro.
I think physically he's done. I think
Yeah.
the injuries and stuff, whatever's happened, he's just not recovered from one of those injuries. Just never healed properly, or he didn't give himself enough time to bounce back properly. Because
Yeah,
he's just constantly injured now, man. And I feel for the guy because it's just like you look at what he did for us, and unfortunately, that one night of magic can't allow him to continue just holding on, right? So
yeah.
that's the sad
So
thing
Yeah.
about it,
I'm
right?
glad we
So,
got some depth in there,
yeah, that
attacking
helps.
wise, because we
Yeah.
lost Trossard oh to
The
you know
filth.
who, and
Yeah.
I like the big sigh and the fact that he
it's
still will say
just
the name.
why did we have to lose him to? I mean, when I saw him, he played like I don't know 10, 15 minutes for Arsenal against who was it? They just played last weekend. I don't know, but oh my god, man, he is
I
good. He is
I
tricky on the
could not.
ball.
He's
He's smooth.
inconsistent though.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
everyone's
I just.
inconsistent. It's
Look
football.
at
You never
Basuma.
have
Look how
great.
good he looked for
Oh
Brighton,
my
and look
god.
how
Yeah.
poor he's looked for us. Right? You never know what's going to happen. It's
Yeah,
even with this guy. A lot of people are bashing this guy, saying that he's on the Dutch squad, but yet he's behind Bergwijn. He's behind even Vincent Janssen, and it's like,
Well, because he did have a couple injuries too, though. To be fair, you know what I
but
mean.
that's
To
what I'm
be
saying.
fair,
This is where the
he should-
negative
yeah, 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 yeah,
truly
yeah.
come out, right? You know what I mean? Like what
Yes.
you said already from the beginning, Leo, which I think you were spot on with, was that until we get him in the kit and on the pitch and see if he brings us anything, we don't have the right to chastise him or praise him.
yeah.
He doesn't deserve either or.
And I think, I mean, I've looked at a lot of his skills and like the highlights and stuff. He looks pretty. I mean, he looks pretty good. But I mean, those are just the good. I know. Just hear me out. I don't know. I think really people are saying like we probably. I mean, what was it? It was just a loan, right?
Alone
Yeah.
with the
So
option to buy.
I
okay,
don't think
so
there's
it's
an
not
option. Is
permanent.
there an option?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was
option
just
to
a
buy.
loan.
Yeah, but
No, we do have option to buy if things work out good.
yeah, which is
Okay.
always a good idea to put into a contract, just in case. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, he doesn't play ahead of Bergwijn. I don't know. I honestly lost my train of thought of what I was going to say.
Different styles
But
of
when you-
players too, Parker. You know what I mean?
What?
The thing of the different styles of players. You know what I mean? Bergwijn is a lot more speedy, a lot more nimble, as
Yeah.
opposed to Danjuma, who's going to be a lot
Oh, I
tougher.
remember
You
what
know
I
what
was
I
going
mean?
to
He's
say.
tougher, bigger.
I think he wants to go a place where he's like actually wanted more. You know, like we need him more than where he's at because he hasn't got a whole lot of play time where he's at. And like he knows like we need him. So he's like, okay, I'm going to actually play at Spurs probably. And I'm going to get some playing time too.
No,
So
I
that
think
was
it's like
probably
Leo said,
another
he's coming
motivation.
back from injuries too, right? So
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and
it's
he's probably not going to play a whole lot for the team that he was at just because those injuries and everything. And they probably don't. They're good with their players now. You know what I mean? They've already like developed their squad, so it's like he's probably not going
Where
to get in
was
their
he?
squad.
Villarreal or Valencia?
Yeah,
Villarreal, wasn't it?
yeah.
yeah.
He's
I was going to
probably
say
just ready for
Valencia.
a
I knew
fresh
it was a
start
V.
too. You know what I mean?
What's
He's
that?
probably just ready for a fresh start somewhere else.
How old is he?
You
Do you
know?
guys know?
I don't think he's that old. I think he was like 26 or 27 or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say 26 just off the top of my head. I'm not 100% sure, but
I mean,
Look
he's
it
done
up.
good in the
Sure
Champions
that.
League. Like he has Champions League experience, which I think is also a plus. I mean, we need that. We obviously Son is not performing, so is he going to get ahead of Son? Do you think he's going to play ahead of Son? What do you think?
No.
I mean,
Knowing
don't even let
Conte,
me,
no.
I don't even want to open that can of worms, bro.
He's 25.
Yeah.
Okay, so at his peak, he's in his prime.
Well, he's going to be 26 in a few days. His birthday's in 5 days.
Okay. Yeah, so I'd play him over Son. I mean, I want to see how he, performs first. But I'd almost put anybody in front of Son at this point.
Oh, geez, it's unfortunate how poor he's been, but
Yeah.
it has been big disappointment. Leo, check your phone.
I just did.
Yeah, and thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. I just saw your comment there. You subbed, man. Wicked. That means we're about 5 away now. Thanks, brother.
Bro, I do
Oh
want
God, I hope
bring this
not.
up.
I hope this is untrue.
Yeah, no, I don't want Gordon.
Yeah, I don't want that guy.
No, not for the money they want. Hell no.
Yeah,
Hell
I heard
no.
Newcastle was gonna get him, and they can take him. Like
No, that's
they
what
can
it is.
spend all their
But
money. I
now
don't
they
really
just
care.
need to, they're working out the fee
Like
now.
60 million for Gordon? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Yo, Bobby, do you remember? Oh, it was a while ago. You were on our stream and you hit 300 subs.
Was it on
You
this
hit
side?
300 subs.
Really?
Yeah, you were on our stream when you hit
Yeah.
300 subs. So, I mean, let's
Let's
it'd be-
double that up then. So every time I come
Yeah.
on your show, I should go up 300 subs.
No, you need to be on every as much as you can. But yeah, hopefully we can continue the record going like that. Because Parker, do you remember he was on our stream and he got 300 subs, and then now you're almost close to 6, bro. So that'd be pretty neat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta start getting a bit more consistent with the content as well. Like I said, we put out that stadium video, but I'll be back tomorrow night with my the new show with my cousin there, with Buzz and Cousin. We'll be back with the Arsenal fan. I don't know if you guys caught the first one we did a few weeks ago.
I did.
The debut
I really
episode.
liked it.
So yeah, so that's something different, you know what I mean? And I enjoy speaking with him. Him and I are very tight. So yeah, it's really fun. And then of course back with Kuv and the Kang on Sunday night, baby. And the boys are gonna start pushing out their off the pitch there a little bit. So yeah, it's fun, man. It's just, you guys know how it is. It requires a bit of work now too, though, right? It's not just sitting down and having a chat, right? Like that's why I like coming on as a guest, because you guys have done all the work. All I gotta do is sit down and shoot my mouth off.
Talk,
And
yeah.
pretend I know what I'm talking about.
Well, we pretty much wing it.
I mean, and it's
Pretty much.
I was gonna say,
all the time.
Yeah.
I like having people
Thanks,
on
Tyler.
like you because you make it a lot easier to wing. You know what I mean? Because you come in, it doesn't. There has to be
I
like
talk a lot of
like,
shit. Yeah, I know.
bro. We just get along like that, bro, and it's easy to shoot the shit with somebody. If you get along good, bro. So it's definitely
100%.
dope.
Yeah.
I have a good friend that's an Arsenal fan as well, and we always, text each other, email or whatever, just give that banter. And he's been on Parker's pitch before too.
Yeah, you haven't done one of those in ages, though, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What's going on?
Parker hasn't been on the pitch.
Parker's
I
off
need
the,
to come
Parker's
back to
off the
Parker's
pitch,
pitch.
man.
It's a lot of work to edit that shit.
This is Parker's pitch right now.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Parker,
obviously,
bitch.
it's
We're
not.
sorry Parker's not here. Leave a message at the beep.
Yeah.
It'll come
But to
back.
be fair, even with my schedule, I wouldn't be on right now. I'd be in bed by 8:30, right? But I'm off this week because I screwed up my back as soon as I came back. So I'm a little bit. I got my nice painkillers in me and stuff. So hey, I love everybody.
Hey.
I love you,
Yeah.
Leo. I love you, Parker. I love everybody in the chat. I love your neighbors. I love your dogs. Not your cats.
You
though.
sick.
Painkillers, not
You
Adderall.
sick. You sicko. You're a sicko, Bobby.
Damn
But
what I
I'm
am.
gonna bring on another guest real quick. I guess I'll wait till you give me a thumbs up. I think maybe this is his first time streaming on the channel with Parker.
Who is this?
You'll see, it's been a while, bro. It's been a while, so I'm definitely glad the homie decided to hop on. Let me give him the intro. The Texas homie himself.
What is cracking?
What's going on, Jacob? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Parker, Leo, Bobby.
Wow, what a beautiful robe you
Hello,
got on
my
right
American
there.
son.
Hello. Thank you for the robe compliments. I got it for Christmas. A nice propaganda robe. Everyone's shouting, "Don't give the man money," and I'll give him $60 for this. It's nice. It's comfy.
Yeah, I thought that was
almost grabbed
Holland.
too, actually.
I thought that face was Holland on the right.
Oh, this?
Kind
No.
of. It
No,
just
I would. It'd be a punching bag if it was Holland, but
Yeah.
no, this is actually a good friend of mine who played for FC Dallas. He played for the Czech national team, Czech Republic national team. Zdeněk Ondráček.
Petr Cech.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he scored a
Nice.
game winner for a Euro qualifiers against England. He scored the game. He came on as a sub and scored the game winner. And I swear, I thought we were going to jump through that second story of the FC Dallas building because we were all just in our cubicles, like going crazy because we were all watching it. So, it was, yeah, I just keep him here because that was one of my first really moments where in a game I just kind of lost my shit. Like I forgot that I was at work. I forgot that the owner of this football club is 15 feet. His office is 15 feet away, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs because a guy I know just scored a game winner versus England, and it was like, so it was a cool moment. So I keep him here. That was a good moment.
It's good energy. He's got a good vibe going.
It's definitely got a good vibe. Yeah. Make sure I don't get a glaze. Yeah. You guys were talking about Danjuma, and I wanted. So I did some unnecessary research on him last night.
Jacob, I haven't seen you in a while. So what's that guy's name we got from Uruguay, the midfielder?
Oh, Mr.
What is his name?
Mr. Bentancur. Rodrigo Bentancur. Yeah, what a man. Honestly, I think Rez is better at saying it. Bentancur. I think
Rez is not.
Watching Rez, y'all were doing the Shelf-Shad Spurs show today. I was watching that.
Show, yeah.
And I got to say, Rez is getting pretty good at doing it too. So I might have, he's trying to unseat me.
He's a man of many voices. So
yeah.
He does some voice.
I need to catch I gotta catch that Spurs Shelf-Side Spurs show. I don't think I have before.
It's a unique experience.
It would be 12:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, Thursday, 12:30 every Thursday.
12:30 every Thursday.
I know they stream Thursdays, yeah. Because when I was on We Are Tottenham TV after the game this past weekend, because Nick, what is it, Barry Ranjit, right? He was on there with Daigle. Isn't he part of that show too?
Yeah, him and Rez are the hosts.
Yeah.
They had a guy, Johnny, that used to be on it, who came back today actually after a little while. He was off for work and stuff, I guess. But he came back today, and then Alan Harris used to be on it as well. The four of them.
Mm-hmm.
So then Johnny, I think, got busy, and then Alan just took a little break from streaming and stuff, and he's still on a break. So they just have some of us random, lesser known jump in there, right?
Yeah.
So, that's a good show.
Yeah.
Good laugh.
Dope.
They're good people.
Anyway, Jacob, sorry to cut you off, bro. You were going to say something about Danjuma?
Oh, no, yeah. Arnaud Danjuma. I did some research on him last night during the pop up. And by the way, the Nightbot thing, Leo, if you're ever thinking, Ben Kaufman, shout out the coffee company. He's got a Nightbot, and I guess for whatever reason, he's trained his Nightbot very nicely, and it runs a smooth show. And every now and then, it plugs Bobby's channel and says "Be nice." So I don't know if you programmed that, Bobby, but you can program your channel to get plugged.
He did it.
Because for me, I set up Nightbot earlier this week. I was like, I think it'd be a cool little addition for the chat. You know, like, you know me, I like to have fun with the chat with polls and different shit going on. So I was doing that, and I guess someone did 3 emojis, like heart emojis or something, and then they got a 5-second timeout, and Nightbot was like, you know, don't be doing all them emojis. They had like snazzy remarks for everyone, so it was like, it's a nightmare. Nightbot is a nightmare. If you don't know what you're doing, don't allow Nightbot to be a mod on your
Did
channel.
you talk to Ben?
No, I have yet to talk to him about it.
You got his number, right?
Yeah.
Link up with Ben, man. I'm sure he'll tell you how to sort it out and stuff, right? So
yeah, Nightbot was basically, Scott was last night like, I am God, because he couldn't be touched because he was also a mod. But Nightbot was busy timing out everyone in the show. I mean, John Fitzpatrick was just like, all caps, Levy out, Enoch out, in all caps, and it booted him, said, don't be all caps. They started getting 10-minute bans. Everyone started. So Will Stewart was in the chat, and he was like trying to figure out the ways to break Nightbot in the chat. And it was like, I couldn't even think about the show at that point. The last hour and a half of the show,
I got to watch this. That I missed
us
it.
fighting Nightbot. Well, me primarily. I think Cube came on and she tried to like talk some Spurs, and I was just like, y'all, I'm sorry. This fucking show is like, I gotta put a nail in this thing because I was getting very, very upset. Like, it started time. There's like 12 people watching. So if you're timing out 6 people, that's 50% of my audience. You know what I mean? Come on. Like, fuck you, Nightbot. So
I think they can still watch. They just can't comment.
they can't comment. Yeah. So that was, yeah, Nightbot was.
Timed out everyone except his mods.
So there you
And
go.
then I went through. I even did it.
everybody a mod.
I went through and I did it live. I went to the Nightbot website and I was like, look, like, these are the permissions. I disabled everything. And then, so Kyrian, you know, Kyrian from Spurs After Dark, he was like, you know, I was like, someone's got to try and do some, like, you know, 4 emojis and see if it boots you. Like, someone's got to be a sacrificial lamb. He's like, I'll do it. So he did it immediately. The quickness and the message that it said to it was like, you thought that I was gone, but I'm always here. And it was like really creepy.
No way.
It was a very, it was.
It's like Terminator kind of shit.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
You're not gonna get rid of me.
It was a sentient being at that point. I mean, when it said that to Kieran, it was like, you thought that I was gone, but I'm still here. I lost my shit. At that point in the show, I was like, this show's not coming back. I'm not going to be able to talk about Spurs at this point.
I think I missed a part. There's like an automatic thing that's booting people from your show.
Yeah, Nightbot. So it's like a thing
that's what we're talking about.
So Ben Kaufman has this Nightbot, and it's just like an automated bot that, like, whatever you set it to,
it's an
it'll
auto
plug.
mod basically.
Yeah, and so it's a mod, and it can like promote your channel. Say, hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Go visit this if you want to be
And
a
it gives you
Patreon or
quick
go.
links. Like if you go into Ben's chat and you just type the letter A, it'll say, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, that's
And if you
cool.
type
That's fun.
exclamation mark and tips, the link for the Streamlabs comes up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so,
See, I would like
yeah,
a
few
moisture.
little
I
things
wanted to
you
make
can
a
do.
moisture button, so
You'd
we
be
could
able
just
to. You'd be able
you
to
could
put
just
something in there, and all of a
type
sudden, all you
Adama,
see
and then
is-
it sprays emojis.
Yeah, you just
That's
type
what
in
my goal
AG
was.
for, and then all of a sudden you'll have a bottle of oil dripping.
Baby oil, yeah.
That's really
That's
what my
funny.
goal was when I set up Nightbot and I gave all the permissions to Nightbot.
The lotion.
But last night,
Nightbot.
Nightbot made me regret a lot of decisions. But my
You guys are streaming
How
late,
did you,
bro.
how did you sleep after that crap, knowing that you let this thing into your home, bro? With your child.
It's like when AI overpowers itself, bro, and becomes a nightmare.
I'm
Can you
saying
ima-
it was
Can you imagine Jacob wakes up in the middle of the night and all of a sudden his computer's on? and then he sees the camera turn towards him.
Turn towards
And
him.
then you hear all you hear is, "I'm watching you."
You thought I was asleep.
That's
See,
all it's
luckily
like,
I got a laptop, so I close it. So like it would have to be some kind of like spirit to
That's what I'm
open my
saying.
laptop. That would be
yeah.
even
Spirit of the
creepier.
night
Oh my
bot.
god!
No.
I
Spirit of the
honestly
Nightbot.
wish I had communication with your wife at this point, Jacob. So I'd be like, "Yo, next time he's fucking taking a nap on the sofa or something like that, just go open his laptop quickly and quiet."
I have a
Get
little.
one of
There's
those-
like a
those
little.
speaker things that you put behind it or something. Be like, "Jacob,
This is
I love
Nightbot.
watching you sleep."
Or-
What if your Nightbot's name was Adama? That's crazy.
I would send him my
Adama Traore
address.
is trash, bro. Sorry.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I've
Nah,
heard
talk
it
to
all.
Ben, buddy. You'll
I've
get
heard it all.
sorted
He's
out.
a
You'll get it
prolific
sorted
player. He's a game changer in a top. I can do this all day. I can.
See, I don't give Jacob shit for this because I think I'm the only one that's never given you a hard time about your Adama love because
No, you've said it. There's something wrong with me for how much.
Oh,
I
there's
think I
something
showed
wrong
you
with
all the
you. I'm not
DMs
doubting-
that I've
no,
sent
no,
that
I'm
night.
not-
opens up
I'm
a
not
said there was
doubting
something
that.
wrong
There's
with you.
something wrong with you. There is, but at the end of the day, you are my illegitimate adopted son.
Soon
So
to
I have to
pending.
accept your choices because if I have to accept his dire choice, I have to accept your oh yeah on this side.
What
I
dire
have to accept
choice?
your Traore choice, right? This guy loves
His
Dyer.
favorite player is Dyer.
Favorite players are
Oh.
Dyer.
Because he's a
Yeah.
defense. I was looking at his stats.
Loves
He's more
Eric
defense.
Dyer, bro. That's what I'm saying.
And then Sonny's
I
a
mean,
little
you
case.
can't blame him for loving a Tottenham player if he's a defender. Like, come on.
And that's exactly what he'll say. Because it's funny because he started off as a left center back, and now he's a goalie again. He played goalie, went to center back, went back to goalie. Now he prefers.
And is that the
goalie,
one
so-
that came in the beginning of the stream to say hi?
Yeah.
No, that's the little one.
Oh, that was.
Little- yeah,
That's-
yeah.
He's
I
He-
see
he-
your
he
son
likes
get a
Sonny.
free kick,
He's
dude,
the
on a
scorer.
video.
Everyone's talking at once.
What was that?
I didn't hear anything anybody said.
No, so he plays up on the front line in the
Okay.
front three somewhere. So yeah, he's the goal scorer.
They
One
play
stops
Little
him,
League or
one-
what?
Yeah, they play an indoor league right now on Saturdays.
Hmm.
So
I
coach
seen a
both
video
them.
of your son drill a free kick though, like a couple months
saw
ago,
that.
a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Screamer.
I still got that one. Actually, I
Yours-
sent it to the group. Yeah,
And was,
His
is that
Irish is always-
Christian then?
Christian. Yeah,
Christian, sorry.
yeah,
Christian.
little K. Yeah.
The name's right behind you. I should be able to say it right.
Oh,
Well,
to
I guess-
Parker, you wouldn't believe the shit that the Jai Dev and Christian. Anytime I tell somebody his name, Christian, automatically all my Caucasian friends, especially the Portuguese and Italian ones that are like Catholic, and immediately Christian. No,
Yeah.
Christian. I've got my buddy's mom who's like this. Oh God, how old would Helena would be? Probably in her mid to late 70s now, and she calls him Christian. And she has since she's known him since he was like 2 days old. So
Yeah.
I'm not about to correct her at this point. It's like, yeah, do your thing, man. You see him
Yeah.
like once a year, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And it's funny because to him, he's like, "Oh, is Helena going to call me Christian again?" Yeah, probably. We'll get you baptized or something. I don't know.
Good stuff.
Well, Jacob, you want to give it another shot?
Yeah, here we go. So Dan Juma,
Oh shit! Yeah, is that where we started? That was like 25 minutes ago.
it was 9.5 minutes ago, actually. I remember I looked up at the little timer in the left, and then Leo was like, "You were gonna talk to me about Dan Juma," and I was like, "Yeah, hold on." And then Nightbot, and that's exactly what happened last night. Was anytime we start talking about anything, it's just Nightbot would strike in the chat, and I'm like untiming out people that Nightbot's timing out. Sorry, I'm doing it again. I'm going on a Nightbot tangent.
Yes, it's all your fault.
See, this is okay. I'm not going to talk about Nightbot. Dan Juma, or not Dan Juma. I was looking at his stats last night, and it looked like his best season came in the championship. Which, I mean, take it for what it's at a surface level. The championship is what it is, but I think the championship is a breeding ground for English players that can potentially make that jump to. Now he's not
First
English, obviously. He's from the Netherlands, but he was in the team of the year when he played with Bournemouth in the championship. Parker, you were mentioning earlier that he has some Premier League experience. He has 6 goals, or Premier League. He has Champions League experience.
Champions League, yeah.
He's got 6 goals in there, and one of them's a pen. There's 4, and I think he scored 2 against Atalanta when they were letting in like 13 goals. So I mean, he's scored, and I think that when we look at anything that someone could say about in defense of Richarlison and what he's done for us this season is, well, he did have that brace in the Champions League. That's about it, and he had 1 assist, I think, other than that. But still, you would say, well, brace in the Champions League, that stands for something. And I think in the same breath, you got to also put a little respect to Danjuma in the sense of he scored in the Champions League. He did what we were hailing Oliver Skip for, which was make it to the team of the year for the championship. Oliver
a good
Skip
point.
did that, and you had me, you had a million other people like, I can't wait for Skip to take that next step. Now, whenever they were in the Premier League, he was injured. He didn't play much when he did play. I think it was like 12 games out of 17, or 12 starts out of 17 games, something like that, or 9 and 17, something like that. But it's not a great output or not a great showcase. But I mean, Bournemouth is that team that it goes up, has 1 season, and then they go back down, and they'll spend time, maybe a year or 2, and then come back up. And so I don't necessarily blame him for the lack of production in the Premier League side for Bournemouth. Now, when I look at potential signings of that caliber, like 3 years ago, before Brentford had came up, Ivan Toney, I thought, I like the Championship, but they're on a lot of days that other leagues are not playing, like midweek and stuff, so you can catch them at good times. And Ivan Toney always stood out to me, and I just thought, like, okay, he might do well in the Premier League. Let's see how this goes. And he's translated great, but he's really all that team's got. And I think Bournemouth, they don't have anything like that. Danjuma's not that guy. He's not like a sole target person. So I think if we go into it with the lens of this guy's here to replace Lucas Moura, then we could all be fine with this. And honestly, sometimes, when you're at the bar drinking, once you take that first piss, you just can't stop pissing. Every beer, you got to go take a piss. And I'm hoping that that's what this will do for the signings in the January transfer window. Now we got the first one out the way. Now do the Poro shit. That should have been done first week of January. Don't get me started on the Poro thing, because I'm real upset about that. And the fact that we're going to go let him play in a final on Saturday, that's atrocious. Like, half of me is like, I hope he go and break his shit, and then now we can all look at Daniel Levy and say, you dumb motherfucker, you should have gotten this done in the first 2 weeks, and he could have played in the damn North London Derby, and he could have played, and Bobby would have seen him, and then he also could have played in City. And so these are things that, like, we've been just shit. When you sit too long on the toilet, you're gonna get a damn hemorrhoid. So you gotta just either shit or get off the pot. And Daniel Levy is the kind of guy, he's gonna sit there and read the Sunday news, the Monday news, the Tuesday news, the monthly news, the yearly news. It's just too much, I think. But again, back to Danjuma, I think he's a decent talent. The fact that we hijacked him from relegation fodder, and I'm calling relegation fodder because fuck Everton. The fact that we hijacked him from that, I like that, because I don't like Everton as a football club.
Fucking hate him.
Well, they also house a pedophile, and Sylvie Sigurdsson, however you say that bastard's name.
Guilty.
They pay his electricity and housing bill currently right now. They're paying for his lights to be on, just so you know. So fuck that club. I hope they get relegated. But the fact that we took him from that, I like it. It shows that, hey, we're at least aware of what's going on. We're not completely deaf to the fact that, I mean, Chelsea, how many signings?
Yeah,
Arsenal, how many signings?
Yeah.
I'm just, at some point, I don't like to look at others and make comparisons to myself, because you can't do that if you're trying to, self-growth and et cetera, et cetera. But this ain't a damn motivational speech for an individual human. This is a football club, and you have rivals, and you have people in your city that are doing things around you that you need to be doing something about. Now, I don't know. There's the approach that Todd Bowley's going, whereas I got wind that Arsenal wants to do X, Y, and Z. Fuck it. How much do they not? They want 100? Here's 100. They're not going to play the barter you for 10, 15 mil. You want 100? Here's 100. And to me, I like that approach just because I'm an American. That's just the way I see it. Like, if you want a good piece of equipment, sometimes you got to spend a little extra extra money. You want something cheap, you could probably find it on Amazon or something, the third hand store, and the plastic's half as good quality. It's the same thing with players. You cut corners and you don't spend money adequately, you're going to start to see those holes eventually start appear. And that's what's been happening the last, I would say, 5-6 years of this club, is just constant mismanagement of everything from the top down. I'm not going to sit here and say this X, Y, and Z is what need to be fixed. I'm looking at it from a person across the pond saying this is something that is broken from the top down. And to me, there needs to be something done there. Danjuma, I agree with what y'all were saying also earlier. Let him wear the shirt, let him play, and then we can go from there. So
don't judge him. You got to let him get his hands
Yeah.
dirty first before we sit here and start pointing fingers about if he's going to be a success or not. Like earlier today, on Shelf Side, when the boys were wrapping up, they did a kind of like get to know your Spurs history kind of thing with me, and they asked me what was one of the most exciting transfers I've seen. How are you yawning, Parker? It's like 7:00 for you guys, man.
Yeah, 7:04.
And
Gave me
then,
this shit later or earlier.
yeah,
Last Craven Kane. was on.
there you go. Well, we got. He asked me about what was one of the most exciting transfers I've seen. Which one excited me the most? And I said Tanguy was one of them because that was the first time we really went out and just splashed the cash on a
Flash
big
the cash,
player.
yeah.
I'm sorry, who did you say? I didn't hear that.
And Dog Daddy.
Tanguy and Dembele.
Oh,
So and crop. Yeah, but when that signing happened, all of us were excited. We thought, all right, we got a baller coming in. And there was times he showed he is one. He just didn't want to do it on a regular basis. And it's a shame because if he just had just that little bit of heart and desire, it's a wonder what he could have been for us. But
True.
it's you
He was
don't know what you're
gifted,
going to get.
technically.
You can't assume just because you spent $100 million on a player that he's better than the guy that's worth $10 million, because sometimes that guy that you only paid $10 million for might have something to come out and prove, whereas the guy at the top of the food chain, well, I've already proven it because that's why you paid what you did for me. So it's almost impossible to figure out how somebody's going to work out. But we definitely need to start addressing the fact that we need to fill gaps, and this is a gap filler. Like you guys already addressed the fact that he's an attacking option off the bench, which we're severely lacking. And Parker's killing me right now. Killing me.
I'm sorry. I haven't ate anything.
Better put Parker to bed here, man. She was singing a lullaby, buddy.
I know. Sorry about that.
Close your eyes, don't you cry.
Well, Parker, I mean, if you got to roll out, bro, it's all good. We'll just continue streaming for a little bit longer. If
Okay.
you get home and want to hop on, let us know.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out of here. So thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks for
work?
being on.
Later.
Leo. Yeah, I'm
He's
still
at
at
work
work
still.
actually. So
Oh shit! Oh,
I was gonna say your background looks different.
It's not my house.
No,
No, I
are you
don't live
streaming
here.
in the living room now?
I wasn't sure if it was
Yeah.
a basement or something. You made yourself a nice
Yeah.
little office, like
I
so
was
fancy with the
impressed,
artwork and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, no.
Is that Paris?
It is. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, buddy, get yourself home.
All right,
Have a
guys.
safe night, man. Drive
See you,
safe.
man.
Peace out.
Later, homie.
Take care. Good to see you, Parker.
Bobby, I
Alright,
do
let's
remind
go.
you too that
Give the poor guy a hard time.
we did fork
Poor
out
guy's at
70
work.
plus million. No, he's been off of work, but like he I can understand his, he hasn't, got home and ate
Eating,
and
yeah, that's
took
Yeah,
that
tough.
no, man.
shit,
It's
you
7
know what I
o'clock at
mean?
night, man.
So
Still,
yeah. We did
You're
fork
gonna
out
stay for the
70
meal?
plus million for Dybala, remember? And he just we couldn't get the personal terms. So, and that was off the back of signing Ndombele. So we have tried to show some of that, that
But then
we
what
can.
happened after that? Joe
Yeah,
Roden
but-
instead of Skriniar.
No, I agree. I mean,
Bergvine instead
I'm
of
just saying,
who
for
was
some
our
reason
target?
Okay, all right.
for some reason they try to, there you go, bro. He left and now you start up.
I guess whoever's in the top right is going to be
Parker.
yawning.
Yeah,
That's funny.
exactly. Move me. Switch you to
Well, just I think we should all just relax, and just let the man
I've got
play.
meds in me, and it's actually 9 o'clock. And that's it. Go ahead, Leo.
No. I'm just saying. I think that Juma is unfairly being criticized, by a lot of people that like to throw out, and I'm not hating on Jacob, but a lot of people that like to throw out stats that can go either way. You know what I mean? They could go for the player or against the player, just depending on how you approach your argument or your side or whatever. And no, I think that, what you said about the championship being, it's like it's not the minor leagues. It's more than the minor leagues because they are professional ballers, you know what I mean?
If you follow the
And they're
NBA, it's like the
literally
G
like
League.
right there. Yeah, they're like right there,
If you think,
and
I just want to make a
the
little
transition.
comparison to what you were saying. In the NBA, they have a G League, and it's not that it's like a minors league like baseball or anything like that. It's literally just a place where they have, so NBA teams can literally come. They have a G League affiliate. So every NBA team has a team in the G League that's their affiliate, and they can literally, when they have an injury or they need to rest somebody, oh, let's pull this guy. They're called
That's
two-way
what
players.
hockey is, right?
Yeah, so they're like the two-way player. Okay, you're gonna play, the Golden State whatevers, and they're now okay. Now we're gonna play you for the Golden State Warriors because we need you for this weekend's road trip or whatever. And I think it's the talent level there is still it's so high that you can literally just go in and out. And there's been a lot of people who see success from that. So it's not a model that doesn't work. That's the
Yeah,
comparison I wanted to draw.
Well, there's
yeah.
also, you look at somebody brought this up the other day, and it was a very valid point. Brian Clough was one of the most successful managers ever. The Old Forest manager. He
Hmm.
was notorious for not buying players in the same league at the same level. He went to the lower leagues and would always somehow scout out talent. And he used to do it himself. He would go do the scouting. He would put in the legwork and consult then with the other members of his staff, I guess, whoever he had around him, and that's where he used to get his players, and he was a very, very successful guy.
I
So
heard this thing about Brian Clough that he would take his players to the pub for a couple of pints the night before a big game,
there you go.
um, and have them drink some beer. That way, it took the edge off of the stress, and it kind of whether it worked or it didn't. I mean, I could see by the how famous he is and how what's the word
He was
successful
loved.
of a manager he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that his technique was not too far from a good practice for sure. Because
And what do we do now, Leo? Instead, we make our players not even have ketchup.
yeah, they can't even get their dick wet
You know?
before a game.
No, Conte said he wants
Yeah.
him to. Conte said he does want him to. Whenever he was a
Really?
manager at Chelsea, he said, I think he was a manager at Chelsea or either Inter. He said, I want all my players to have as much sex as possible because until you clear yourself of that, you can't think about other things or focus correctly on the game and what's happening on the field. And I
Yeah,
agree.
that makes sense.
I
Makes
agree.
sense.
I mean, Will Chamberlain, he slept with over 3,000 women in the course of a 12-year span. I think the math came out to 17 women a day for 12 years. And this man broke all type of records in that league, so yeah,
True.
it could work.
Well, there you go, Bobby. You want your channel to be more successful?
Fucking hell, man. 17 women a day. Trying to think
For
of how many
12 years,
different
every day for
personalities.
no breaks, no
Just
holidays,
trying to figure out
every
how many
day.
personalities my wife has. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Not enough for
That's funny.
17 every
I
day
don't
for
think
12
so.
years.
I know
That's
it's
insane.
close to 17, but I don't think it's 17.
Yeah, we'll do over under a 5.
Yeah.
I've counted 6 right off the bat. So,
But Leo, the reason you're saying that you think, people are kind of dogging on this guy, and I think that the reason why that is because people are pissed that we're signing someone similar to this positional play of Richarlison. And they're like, well, why do we spend 60 mil on Richarlison? I mean, if you think about it, this isn't bad business. It's a loan with a little bit of an option, not really a mandatory option, just a little tiny one. And we probably won't pick that up. Let's be honest. I mean, unless this guy comes in here and starts hitting worldies and bicycles, we're all going to be singing his praises. Oh yeah, steak,
yeah.
big up.
Hey, stakes here.
So it's like, to me, I think that that's why people are pissed is because everyone wants a center back. And we all need
Yep.
this Poro deal to get done so we can stop fucking talking about it because it's soon going to be like Dybala or Adama, these players that's like, how long are we in talks and negotiations? And then we're very optimistic about the outlook of our interest. And it's just like, he's not benching Son, bro. Guarantee Son's not getting benched. I'll tell you that right now.
Steak, don't come in here and stir shit,
Yeah,
okay? Don't
steak.
wind
I was
Jacob
having a
up,
good
man.
time.
Yeah, man. Don't
Um,
get in here and wind Jacob up. What it
yeah,
is, I
I'd put a
honestly think
fiver on the fact that Sonny's going to start for sure, even when
I
Danjuma's.
just think what the disappointing part from the fan base perspective is that he's not a flash signing. A lot of us had to look up who he was. A lot of people had to look up who he was, where he's from, look at his stats, and even his stats on paper, he's not that magnificent, even coming from lesser leagues per se. So I think that's
Mhm.
where we get deflated as a fan base, where it's like we're screaming for a marquee signing, a signing to a statement to show Conte that we are going to back
Immediate
you and we do mean
impact
business. Yeah, and I
of
think that's
impact
where
the
our
11.
disappointment kind of is the drawback right here. So, Leo, did you add to your scarf collection there, man? I remember seeing that
It's
Minneapolis
quite
one there behind
impressive.
you. Yes, yeah,
Yes, I got a Tucson. I got a couple
and the Tucson,
Colorados,
yeah,
Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Maine.
nice.
Yeah, picking up a few of
Look at
them.
that, Spurs
Dude from
fans
Maine.
everywhere.
Yeah, dude from Maine sent me one.
Oh,
I actually
nice.
got the Minneapolis one from Reverend. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Reverend, Tom Carruthers. From
No,
Minneapolis
but
Spurs.
I like it.
Uh,
You know
yeah,
what?
it's
I
actually
hope I'm trying to I'm looking in my emails right now how long ago it was. But literally I got an email about starting an official supporters club for free that they'll waive the fee. And so I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, let's do it." And they emailed me back and were like asking for all this information, and we were like, they're like, "All right, we'll hit you up when I'm seeing if I can find it." They were just like, "Oh, like where is it? There it is." They emailed me back and everything. Said, "Make it official. Join today. You're almost official. Hey, you want to be?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm interested. Just see what would happen." And they were like, "Send me all this information, and we'll make a logo and web page and all this shit." And I was like, "Okay, cool." I mean, that was in December, and he hasn't hit me back yet.
now is that from the official website?
Yeah, it's from some dude named Ross.
Mhm.
And his email is ross.finney@tottenhamhotspur.com.
I'd
Okay,
say he
and
works
that would
for
be
the.
what, El Paso Spurs?
Yeah, yeah. I said
That'd be
when they
dope.
asked for name, like the name of the support group, I said either El Paso Spurs or El Paso Hotspurs. Just
You
because
know,
Spurs, that basketball team, may.
yeah, I when I was in Milwaukee, I actually got to talking to this dude from Austin Spurs actually. Chuck is his name, and he's really known along the US um supporters clubs, right? Like he's the one that orchestrated the big US group going to the North London Derby this past Derby. Um there was a lot of people that went from the US to watch that game, a lot of different clubs, and he had something to do with that. And when I was out there talking to him, he was kind of basically telling me that, like, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying, but where we go wrong, Colorado Spurs as a fan club, is that, we made it too broad as it being Colorado instead of being Denver,
Yeah,
because there's enough room for, like, maybe a couple different fan clubs here in Colorado. And because he was like, where do you watch the games at? And I told him. He was like, yeah, but where is that place located at? And I was like, in Denver. And he was like, yeah, so you guys should be the Denver Spurs. And I was like,
right.
yeah, makes sense. So
Yeah. Well,
I just
that's
don't
what
know how
happened
much.
here, Leo. It can still change because actually, in fact, we're part of Toronto Spurs, me and Brian. And initially, when we joined it, it was Canada Spurs,
Oh, okay.
Spurs Canada. So that changed, and now they're all Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal. Everybody has broken down to their cities. So it can still be done.
I'm literally emailing this dude back right now because the last email I got from him said, after I sent him all the information, he said, "Perfect, Jacob. I'll get the details in the system, a section of the website built for you, and we'll get a logo sorted out for y'all as well." Or you guys, he said, not y'all. I've attached ticketing info for the rest of the season. This info comes your way yearly once the fixtures are announced. Any questions in the meantime, let me know, pal. Maybe that's why
Yeah.
he called me pal. That's a little suspect. Who the fuck calls you pal when you've never conversed with them really? Seems
And it's
suspect
pretty
to me.
cool because they'll send you an official supporters flag that only supporters clubs have, and then they send you like a bunch of these little cards which are like a registration card that you hand out to all your members, and then yeah, like you
Got all my
plugged in
members
with
lined up. They're all ready, waiting.
yeah, I bet yeah. He's like you and Mike.
That's
Well,
enough
Mike is
talk
Mike.
about Jacob's member.
Mike's in El Paso too. Oh,
Yeah.
we've got 30 members at least. If anyone's listening, 30 members at least.
Oh. Yeah, we try to take a couple of pictures every couple of months at the place where we get together, but
Yeah, I'm pretty good with
let's
Photoshop.
go.
I'll make sure that we all fit. I mean, I just don't know if all the El Paso supporters will fit in one photo, but I could Photoshop them in, no worries.
That's
So
funny.
if any, Ross, I'm emailing you right now. If you're listening, hit me back. Trying to get that flag. I got a nice spot for it right here. Put it right there. Hopefully we can get them, and then at that point, then I can start making some scarves and make something for it, and maybe add something to your collection there, Leo.
Yeah, bro. I try to get as many as I can. Like,
Send you down a Toronto one.
yeah, just do it up, bro. I'll definitely put it up here too. I got a couple of space. If not, we could cover up this beautiful England flag that Jacob hates so much. And
Ah,
we could fill up this space right here. You know what I mean?
it's coming home, isn't it? That's what I heard.
It went further than it did for you, motherfucker.
Hey, but in the end, you still rode the bus with the same amount of hands open, too,
It's all
empty-handed.
good. It's
I
all
know.
good.
Hey, USA made it out the group. I literally said if we made it out the group, that was my goal. That was my hope. That to me was US winning the whole thing, as long as we made it out of the group. Because I mean, I know it was Wales and Iran, but I mean, Gareth Bale, I felt like he was trying to have a swan song, and we sent his ass to
Yeah.
retirement. He said, fuck it, I ain't even going to play in MLS this year. He had one more year left with LAFC. He
Well,
decided
now he's
to.
doing golf tournaments.
It
You
took
know
two
what's funny
weeks.
too? I actually proposed a fucking remember like months before the World Cup, I was like, yo, let's bet whoever's team wins that day, the loser has to baby oil themselves up and put it up on the fucking on the YouTube, remember? And you didn't want to, bro.
But then we
Yeah.
drew. We drew. So what would we didn't have a situation for the draw.
So you both get
No, we
oiled up.
didn't, but nah, that wouldn't be happening. That's funny. Plus, this dude wouldn't want to get his robe all full of baby oil underneath. God, for all I know, it is.
How do you think I slipped it on so easily?
Oh, that's funny. Oh yeah, says steak. But
That's it.
supporters' trust come with a bit of a problem as my president doesn't allow me to express my Levy out views at the club. I am now beginning to slowly tell him to F off. That is a fucking good. That is
That's the
a
problem.
good.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah.
you have
I
to watch what
haven't
you say and
really.
do. Then as a supporters club, right?
Yeah, I haven't really done like the whole Levy out at the pub because like I don't know how me personally I would love as like Colorado Spurs to have like a banner that says Levy out because we can't be heard as a fan club from over here unless we demonstrate it, right? And if we were able to like demonstrate something like that as a big group of people, then maybe it could motivate other people to, I mean, if that's what the route they want to go, to then hop on the bandwagon. But I mean, I'm not trying to turn this into Levy in or Levy out. It's not a secret. People know how I feel, and I gradually got to this point, and I wish that like for us that want to be able to support that movement, it's really hard, and that's why I give flowers to Brian Daigle as much as I can, because he's holding the flag for a lot of us over here that really don't have a voice in all of that movement. You know what I mean? He's the one that's like, for somebody that I know that's closest to me, that I know that is definitely out there in the trenches, like, popping up on TV. When I seen the whole Sky Sports stuff that they were doing with him. Well, with the what was it, the
Brian
when they got
Bagel,
together,
when he was
yeah,
Brian
Brian
Bagel.
Bagel, when they lost his luggage.
That was a great
Green
time.
bagel.
Brian Bagel,
Yeah,
that was great.
Brian Bagel. Sorry, Bagel.
No, shout out Daigle.
Yeah, but
I
like
first called him the Ghoul. The first time I ever read his name in a chat, it was like one of my first live streams ever. I was like, "We've got a chat from Brian the Ghoul," and since then I just always call him the Ghoul.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna wrap this show up because we have some sleepy heads in the crowd and in the panel. And so I really appreciate both you guys taking time to join. Bobby K, go first, bro. I know you're really close to 600, so I mean, people that watch our stuff, more than likely they follow you. But in the rare instance that they don't, you have anything coming up? You want to plug your channel?
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night with What's Buzzing Cousin. Me and Robbie G will be back with our new show. He's an Arsenal fan. I'm a Tottenham fan, so we go at it a little bit, not too much aggression, but just a little bit of banter back and forth, and then we talk about upcoming games and game previews, transfers. What's pretty much it's an actual football show because for some reason she wants to do a football show. So I said, okay, fine, I'll pretend to know what I'm talking about, and then of course back to our usual stuff that I like, not talking about football and just having mostly fun, which is back to Cooven the Kang on Sunday nights at what's that, 3:30 p.m. for you boys over there, 5:30 p.m. here in Toronto, and 10:30 p.m. over in UK time. So that's 3 Spurs boys, the number 3 Spurs boys, and I see Ilias has just written 4 away. So thank you to the new members there that have joined, much appreciated. And thanks for having me on, Leo, and always good to see you boys. Jacob, great to see you, looking sharp in that robe.
Thank you. Always good to see you as well, Bobby.
And what about for you, Jacob? I know tomorrow you guys have a stream tomorrow.
Yeah, and our usual Friday show we used to do for us, Leo, was at 12:30 p.m. But lately I've been full-time daddy, so it's been straining the Friday start time to the past couple of weeks. I've had to push it to like 3:30 p.m. start time. So yeah, 3:30 p.m. tomorrow Mountain Time. That's 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. And then if you're over in the UK, that's 10:30. We'll be starting that. So once you're done with Bobby K and his cousin, come on over to the United Spurs of America. We're just, I think we reached like 580 last night, so I'm 20 away. Yeah, we're
nice.
Yeah, I hit a, Bobby, you should also look into doing this. And Leo, uploading shorts, for some reason YouTube likes to push the algorithm out. And during the World Cup,
what?
I saw the algorithm.
But you said upload something.
Like short videos.
Oh, shorts. Oh, okay.
Yeah, for some reason, like I got like 70 subs from a short video of like Richarlison dancing. Big shout out Nightbot. Nightbot's gonna be destroyed. I'm dismantling him before
Big shout
tomorrow.
out to Scotty.
But yeah, United Spurs of America. You can find us there. Myself and Michael, just one half of it. But always fun being in here. Yeah, 20 away from 600. So
What's up, bro?
we'll get there. We'll get there one day, Bobby. Hopefully you get there first, and then.
Sorry, Scott's comment. Just you gotta bring that shit up, man. That's hilarious.
580 last night, 180 this one. Yeah. Literally, it took like everyone. That's what I was. So part of it is I like the chat. Like if you watch it on playback, like sometimes when you watch someone stream on playback, if they allow live chat replay, then you can like still read the chat and see what everyone's saying. And it sucks because Nightbot's fucking deleted half the chat. So it's like out of 200 messages, there's only 100 in there, and only the ones Nightbot deemed appropriate, I guess. Someone said in the chat last night. I'm sorry, I know you're trying to end, and Bobby, you want to.
No, you're cool, bro.
Someone said last night that was like, damn this Nightbot. And he got that comment deleted and a 10-minute ban just for talking back to the Nightbot. So don't do it, man. As tempting and fun as it might sound, if you don't know what you're doing like me, I definitely didn't know what I was doing when I set that thing up. Because I made a Terminator bot. And
Well, good thing you did it for the
Yeah, there's got
pop
to be
up. You know what I
something
mean?
in
That would have
settings
sucked
you can do.
on your Friday stream.
yeah, that's true. There's a little bit more people that watch that Friday stream, and but the thing is, like,
I mean,
I sometimes type in chats with all caps. So I was like, why is it tripping about all caps? I do all caps all the time.
that means you're yelling at people if you don't know.
Or emphasizing if
Or
you
you could really be emphasizing. One of the, it depends on how you look at it, bro. You're either emphasizing or you're yelling. So I guess it's up to the Nightbots.
and
The Nightbot has
emphasizing
to
yell is
figure
what
that
I
out.
want to call it. I
That's
emphasize the
funny.
fact that I'm yelling. Yeah, so don't get a Nightbot unless you got someone setting it up for you, Leo. That's my take of the day.
Yeah,
Also,
and shout out
Danjuma. Let's
to
not write him off. Danjuma could be
yeah.
something. I'm just again. I hope the levees have been broken, if you know what I'm saying, and the water will flow, and we'll get a center back, maybe like Indika or like Hincapi. I mean, they're not like marquee names, the big 70 mil, 100 mil type center back, but shit, give me anything. Get Skriniar, go spend 20 anyway. We can talk about that all
Yeah.
day, but I just hope leads to more. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. Well, as for myself, you guys could catch us here on Mile High Hotspur. We're trying to lock down this spot on Thursdays. It's been kind of hard to stream. It seems like a couple of channels are just trying to just stream all day long and all night long, and they're not leaving any space. So, I mean, we're trying to fit in where we can. And
buddy.
Yep, and so that's what we're trying to do. It seems to me that like this is a good spot that we have, so we're gonna try and lock it down. You guys could look for us every Thursday, and for sure check out these homies here as they have their own channels. Both of them about to eclipse a nice margin of followers. So go like and subscribe there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll definitely catch you guys on the next one. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.